It is maybe the biggest and the difficult tunnel to dig nowadays. American engineers called it a hell tunnel. It was assumed that China will complete this project in at least 50 years. Is China making miracles so they build it in 12 years? Now in this video, we will tell you about why this is called Hell Tunnel. What's the expenditure on building the Hell Tunnel? And how much time does China complete it? What's the idea and claims of US engineers? It's true that more than 900 workers lost their lives. The Hell Tunnel is a feat of engineering that has been called the world's longest tunnel. It's also a feat of Chinese ingenuity, which has been called amazing. The tunnel was dug by hand in 12 years, and it's now complete. The entire project cost $42 billion, which is more than what the US spent on its entire war in Afghanistan. The US has had tunnel digging projects around the country for decades. China has only recently started to build them, and the result is that they are now able to build tunnels much faster than the Americans. The tunnel was built in order to connect two cities by highway. It was built so fast because China has learned how to use modern technology to do things that would take us decades if we tried them ourselves. China's massive tunneling machine has been dubbed the Beast. It's proven to be a huge success, and it could have a big impact on the construction industry as a whole. The tunneling machine is one of the main reasons why China has been able to do so much construction work so efficiently. The country has been able to create huge tunnels with such speed and accuracy that they've even shocked engineers from other countries. The tunneling machine itself is made up of 3 parts: a drill head, an excavator arm, and a pushback bucket that can be used to move rocks out of the way. The machine has been able to dig through rock as hard as granite at speeds of up to 8 meters per minute. We will tell you about why this is called Hell Tunnel. In an attempt to build a tunnel through the Hell's Canyon, US engineers had to work with the Chinese for more than a decade. But after 12 years of hard work and a budget of more than $42 billion, they have completed their project. When they finished the construction on December 31, 2020, they had completed the longest tunnel in the world. The tunnel is located in Lassen County, California, which is located near Redding City and Shasta Lake State Park. It was built between 2 mountain peaks called Castle Peak and Mount Shasta. The US government has been funding for this project since 2007, but it took them another decade before they could start construction. The reason why this tunnel is called Hell Tunnel is because it takes you through a narrow canyon with steep walls that are covered with dense forest and wildflowers. There are no guardrails or barriers along its length, so drivers must be careful while driving through this area, as they may fall off into the canyon if they do not pay attention to their surroundings closely enough or do not have enough experience driving here before doing it. The Chinese built the $42 billion Hell Tunnel in 12 years. It's a tunnel that connects 2 cities, and it was completed in only 14 months. The tunnel was built by the China Railway Tunnel Engineering Company, which has been building tunnels since 1976. The company has been named one of the world's fastest growing companies by Forbes magazine, and it was responsible for some of China's most impressive engineering feats in recent years. That includes the 13.5-kilometer-long high-speed railway line that connects Shanghai to Nanjing and is currently under construction. The tunnel has been called hell because of its length and difficulty. It took workers 3 years to dig through rock, after which they had to install 1,300 ventilation shafts along with an extra 930 steel pipes to keep water from leaking into the tunnel during rainy weather storms. It took another 2 years for workers to build an overpass for trains around each bend in the road so that passengers could safely cross over without getting stuck behind vehicles on either side of them as they traveled around curves. Why is this called Hell Tunnel? Because it's so fast. The tunnel was completed in just 12 years, and it runs underneath one of the most active volcanic regions on Earth. It was built by workers who were given just 2 hours to work per day, 7 days per week, which is said to be unheard of for any kind of construction project. The workers were also forced to work underground with no access to light or fresh air, which many have believed would cause them to suffer from exhaustion and stress-induced illness. The tunnel was built using state-of-the-art technology that allowed workers to move at speeds up to 125 miles per hour. The project also required an 8-story elevator shaft that reached down into the ground for more than 25 miles below ground level before finally reaching an opening where workers could enter and exit through glass windows within seconds after arriving at their locality. The tunnel is so fast that it's basically a ghost town. The tunnel is only used by cars and trains, so it has no stores or restaurants, but it does have an emergency exit for people who need to get out fast. It's meant to be the safest way to get from one side of the city to another. It's also more expensive than other options because it's private property and has been approved by officials. The Chinese built the $42 billion Hell Tunnel in 12 years. The tunnel, which is located in Guizhou Province, was completed in May 2017 and is said to be the world's longest underground railway system. It has a total length of 54.6 kilometers, with a maximum speed of 80 kilometers per hour. The project had been under construction since March 2007, but it only started to become operational in June 2016. The Chinese government invested $42 billion into the project, which was completed in just 12 years, shocking US engineers. The tunnel is also said to be one of China's most advanced infrastructure projects ever. It was constructed using an innovative method known as bullet trains. Instead of having trains run on tracks alongside each other, they run on parallel tracks separated by a small gap called dead space where both trains can pass at once, and no collisions occur due to their being on different tracks at the same time. The Hell Tunnel is a tunnel in the mountainous region of China's Sichuan province, which was built by the Chinese government and was completed in 2012. The tunnel cost $42 billion to build and had a length of 8.5 kilometers. The tunnel has a depth of 1,914 meters and it can accommodate trains with a maximum speed of 160 kilometers per hour. The project took approximately 12 years to complete, and it was completed in 2012. What's the idea and claims of US engineers? It's true that more than 900 workers lost their lives. According to some US engineers, this tunnel was built by Chinese engineers in record time. But they claim that this is not true because they also have time to build tunnels like this one. They also said that it took them more than 900 workers to build their tunnels. However, others say that if you want a tunnel like this one, you need to spend more money than what China did when building their tunnel. According to them, China spent less money on construction compared to other countries because they used cheap materials for its construction such as concrete instead of steel and other metals for making parts inside its walls. The US is shocked on China's speed in building the world's longest underground tunnel. In just 12 years, China has built the $42 billion Hell Tunnel in Yiwu, Zhejiang province. This tunnel is longer than the one under New York City, which took 19 years to complete. The idea and claims of US engineers are that it takes a lot of time and money to build tunnels like this, and that workers will always be at risk of getting hurt or even dying during the construction process. However, China has proved that they can do it faster and safer than us. Chinese engineers have done this job by using mathematical models based on their experience from previous works. They also use robots for their construction activities so that there won't be any human casualties during the process. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That's the end for this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.